a terror to enemies, and a joy to her friends, Xenophon wrote of an oared ship in ramming mode, the chief method of attack. The swish of the oar, the rothion of a rapidly advancing trireme was famous. Both the sound and the look added to the drama and presaged something terrible to come. Thucydides emphasized the fear of the swishing, phobos hrathiao, which only compounded the scary sight of a trireme bearing down. Triremes, like later full-masted men of war, were beautiful and occasionally noisy vessels, and they captured contemporaries' imaginations in ways most other, more workmanlike warships, from Roman galleys to ironclads, did not. With a length 6 or 7 times its width and a massive ram, the sleek trireme in one sense was simply a floating spear. The protocols of sea battle by intent resembled a hoplite encounter on water. The generals harangued their troops before embarking. Both sides usually sought to ram and smash each other. Combatants chanted a war cry. Upon conclusion, the dead were given up under truce, and a trophy was erected nearby on shore. If Greek infantrymen ran into battle yelling "Eleleu" or "Alala," sailors kept mostly silent, at least until the final seconds. Sometimes, as they went into their ramming strokes for the last few thousand yards before collision, they chanted in unison, "Rupapai, rupapai, rupapai," and "A-a-pop, a-a-pop," or so Aristophanes wrote. Just as often, as if they were hoplites in the phalanx, they broke out in a longer, more formulaic war cry or chant, the paean, to keep cadence, promote elan, terrify the enemy, and ward off evil. As triremes approached the enemy, trumpets would sound, the war cry would reverberate throughout the fleet, and general shouting would erupt, veteran rowers especially eager to be the first to strike the enemy fleet. Order and unity were critical on board oared ships amid the distractions of the loud swishing and the piper's tune to guarantee good rowing time. Idle chatter and its resulting inattention might mean that a Greek trireme's 170 oars, broad, short shafts for the calm waters of the Mediterranean, would soon fall out of synchronization. In a matter of seconds, the relatively light ship could stall or become buffeted by winds. So, for example, in 429, the Athenian Admiral Phormio reminded his sailors as they set out for a second engagement against the Peloponnesian fleet in the Corinthian Gulf, be careful to keep order and silence, the keys to battle success, especially in sea warfare. The challenge for trireme warfare was not just enemy ships, but also the very intricate mechanics of oared propulsion itself. Most trireme sailors rowed blindly, not just by rote and practice, but also through the sheer inability to see the sea below. Indeed, 108 of the 170 rowers, those in the 2 lower vertical banks, sat enclosed inside the hull. They could not even steal a momentary glance to see their own oars hit the water. To learn where and how far away the enemy was, these sightless oarsmen counted on the warnings of the coxswain and perhaps even the top bank of rowers perched on the outriggers.